Today we're going to discuss the top tips to ensure your little one is correctly positioned in an infant capsule or car seat. Now, most of us get the car seat installed before the baby is born, but it's always a good idea to revisit the car seat installer to ensure your baby is in the best position as they grow in their first year. The great thing about these car seats is that they offer a number of simple adjustments that can make a big difference in your baby's comfort and safety. But first, remember that all the information we discussed today can be found in your user manual. Now, I know many parents have concerns about their baby's comfort, head position, and when to adjust the headrest or remove the newborn insert. So let's go through each step. Tip number 1, ensure the seat is fitted correctly in the vehicle. This may sound obvious, but it's essential to double check. It's best to consult your car seat installer to make sure everything is secure and in place. Even if you have installed the capsule or car seat yourself, it's still a good idea to go have it checked by an authorised car seat installer just to make sure everything is positioned correctly. You will be looking for things like ensure that this bubble level is between the black patches at either end. Seatbelt fixing. The belt is running across the base and secured through the blue clamp. Isofix fitting. The straps should be the same length and the tension indicator should show green. The top tether strap is correctly fitted, firm but not so tight that the seat is lifting off the seat. Tip number 2, dress your baby in suitable clothing. Avoid bulky tops, jackets that can interfere with the proper fit of the car seat. So no bulky jackets or jumpers. If you feel your baby is going to be cold, in something like a onesie is suitable, and then you can overlay a blanket or something appropriate to keep them warm in the car seat. Tip number 3, let's talk about adjusting the infant insert. The insert typically has a lumbar cushion designed for the smaller baby. However, for most newborns, this cushion can be removed. When you remove the cushion, the child will drop down into the seat and you'll need to adjust the headrest and the harness to accommodate their new position. So let's take this apart and have a look. Okay, so I'll just take all these parts away. The liner has a removable insert that is suitable for the smaller babies but can be removed for the bigger babies. Now, in most cases, it's most likely that your baby may not need that depending on the size of their baby. So you can take that out. So when you go to position your baby, make sure that their bottom is pretty much in this part here where the backrest and the seat meet in that V section. So positioning your baby in, making sure that the harness is coming at the appropriate position. Pull any slack from the hip area is important, so we want to hold their hips in the correct position, and then tighten very gently the harness straps. The i-Gemm capsule has 2 crutch buckle positions. The first position is for birth to roughly 6 months. As they grow and their clothing and their nappies get a little bit bigger, then you can adjust it to the second position, which is suitable from 6 months to 12 months. And the instructions on how to adjust that is in your user manual. Tip number 5, pay attention to the child's position in the seat. You'll notice a crease where the seat and the backrest meet. Position your child's backside right in the crease, ensuring their back is in full contact with the seat. Sometimes, if the child is sitting too high or too low, it can cause the head to tip forward. Tip number 6, adjust the harness shoulder height. This seat comes with an auto adjust harness and headrest feature. You can easily raise or lower the headrest to suit your child's size. Here's what you should look for. The harness should be level with or slightly above the shoulders. Make sure to remove any slack from the hips and the shoulder. The harness doesn't need to be overly tight. As a quick test, try placing 2 fingers between the harness and the baby, or you can do what's called the pinch test. So as long as you can't pinch that together, then that is appropriate. And finally, tip number 7, adjust the headrest. If the harness shoulder height is correct, the headrest will nicely contain the head without pushing down on their shoulders. And again, you can play around with this. Just use the 7 micro adjustments to see what works for you. You can see that there are some extra padding pieces in the seat. Use these as you want. They are not essential to the safety of the seat. So your crutch buckle, your shoulder harnesses, it's up to you if you want to use them. It's not essential, but it's up to you. What is important is making sure your baby is positioned correctly. So making sure that when they go in, their bottom is in that V section, their back is along the back of the seat, and that the harnesses are adjusted and tightened accordingly, and the headrest is in the appropriate position for their size.